Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of
Unique Adventures.
So on this episode we are finishing out our time here at the Royal Haciendas out here in Playa del Carman. We just wanted to do a little bit of a room review between the two different styles of rooms that we had versus what pretty much everybody else in our party had. So we had the Deluxe One Bedroom Suite room, and a lot of our family were on the oceanfront side, and they had the Deluxe Junior Suites with the oceanfront view. So we just want to talk a little bit about, is it worth it, the pros and the cons, and that type of thing. And obviously the first big thing is if you've got a big family or if you've got a lot of people coming, obviously the suite's going to be more up your alley. It's got the
full kitchen, full bath, 2 Murphy beds in the living room. So what a Murphy bed is, for those that don't know, it's a bed that pulls down from the wall. So there's 2, I think there's single beds. And then we had the King, California King, I think.
Yeah,
is what it was. So ours was huge.
It
probably fit like 6 people in there.
It said it was a king-size bed, but I swear that thing seemed way bigger than a traditional king-size bed.
Yeah.
So that is definitely a big difference. The square footage difference on those different size rooms. You've got the junior suites down on the ocean front. They're running in the 450, 480 square feet range, whereas this suite that we're in, you've got, I think it's 880. So a lot more square footage. You also have a lot more patio space to be able to have people out. Obviously, if you have more people, that's going to cater to you a little bit more. But also on the patio, the one thing that these bigger suites have is that awesome jacuzzi that is pretty private.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're on the second level, so we had a lot of privacy. There are some down on the beach, and there's privacy with a wall there, but anybody walking by could potentially see you. Up on the higher levels, though, it's pretty private. I mean, people can't see you. It's shaded. So, yeah, I thought it was really nice outside. And we used that area mostly to put our wet clothes outside to dry. But that's kind of nice.
Yeah, and that's more just us, just because we spent a lot more time out in the pools and doing all of those things than up in the room. But it was, something that we wanted to have that little bit of extra space as well. Another difference between that smaller room and this room here, the Deluxe One Room Suite, is the bathroom setup. We did find out down in the lower end that on the ocean front that the showers, or the shower there, was a step-in shower with a tub built into it. Now here, I'm assuming since they have the jacuzzi tub outside, our shower is a complete walk-in that you could fit probably 3 to 4 people in there. It's not that you would. I don't know. But you could fit multiple people in there. It's just that big, and it's got a little step built into it so that you can wash up, or if you need to sit for a second,
A seat, not a step.
Yeah, seat. And so that's also another big difference of having this room versus the smaller setup.
And our family did say that the step-in tubs, they were a little suspect. They didn't really care for them. They didn't think they were safe stepping in and out of them. So
yeah, they're pretty tall. But that's just something to think about. If stepping into something like that is an issue for you, maybe you want to jump into maybe this bigger room setup to where you'd have the walk-in shower. They did do a good job. I even saw in that room they had handrails and stuff all over the place for you to hold on to help support you getting in and out. So at least they did that right. So that was another cool point. Obviously, the views are going to be a little bit different when you're in that smaller room, but you're going to get that gorgeous outside view of the Caribbean out there. You know, that's a $1 million view right there for sure. Especially in the morning if you're getting sunrises and stuff like that. Definitely going to be a good look. Now, even here, they claim this as a ocean view room, which technically it is. The way they have built this resort, they open up the ends to where you do have some view of the ocean. I found it to be just fine. You could go out and you could see the waves and see some palm trees and stuff like that. So they're not lying in that. But it's the pro and the con. If you have a bigger space like this, you're going to be back a little bit farther. If you want that $1 million view and that's what's important to you, you're going to have to go to that small room and make those sacrifices. Not that one's any different than the other. But just to touch back on with the beds, so we have the king size bed. Those small rooms have 2 doubles, and most of our family ended up having to make modifications to their setup. They were asking the hotel staff to move their beds together and do some reconfiguration. So they will do that for you if that's something that you want to have done.
So they basically put the 2 double beds together and then put a sheet over both mattresses to keep them together. So they were a lot more comfortable that way. They said trying to sleep 2 people on one bed was quite cozy. So cozy and uncomfortable. So they were much happier once the beds were moved together. But like Glenn said, if we're, we had a lot of space in our room, but we didn't use a lot of it. Like this is the first time we've even sat in the living room the whole week we've been here because we've been on the beach. So, but it's nice to have a little bit of room to spread out. I like space, but, if you're just coming and going, then the smaller rooms or suites are probably just fine for you.
Yeah, and you get that view and stuff, and the rooms are definitely smaller than those other rooms. They're a lot more compact. Obviously the big difference here is we've got the full kitchen in here, so if you are not coming in on an all-inclusive stay, that's going to be clutch for you because you're going to need to be able to cook and wanting to do those things, whereas those other rooms have a microwave and they've got a little mini toaster, a little mini fridge, but no stove, anything like that to do some serious cooking. So that's definitely something to think about. The price difference, I just checked Expedia, ballpark anywhere from about the same price to $50 more for the deluxe this deluxe suite. Your mileage might vary on that depending on when you're booking, how you're booking, and that. But I want to say when we booked, the price was very minimal difference, and we jumped on the bigger room option. You got that jacuzzi, you've got the bigger bed, the more open shower. So not that anyone's better or worse than the next. It's just different preferences, different setups, pros and cons. But let us know what you think about these 2 rooms. Drop us a comment. Let us know where you stayed here. If you've been to the Royal Haciendas, which room did you stay in? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you guys think about that? Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss it when we get to go to 2 separate rooms on the same resort. But until then,
we'll see you in the next adventure.